American journalist Tom Plate thinks that former Malaysian Prime Minister Dr Mahathir Mohamad does not have as great an influence as a statesman as Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew. This and more such controversial issues were the topics of discussion when Plate met Dr Mahathir in 2009 for his book Conversations with Mahathir Mohamad.
Mahathir's relationship with the West and the relationship with the Jewish world, and that was very troubled, and I think it was really the thing that limited his reach as a statesman. If that had worked better, I think his reach would have been greater, and I think his contribution would have been immense. Lee Kuan Yew is feted and given honors in the United States, and special dinners and so forth, and Mahathir gets very little of that.
During the 4 one-on-one sessions with Dr Mahathir, Plate asked him if Dr Mahathir wanted to rethink his view on Jews, such as his 2003 remark that Jews, quote, rule the world by proxy, unquote. Plate gave his take on another controversial topic that he discussed with Dr Mahathir, Malaysia's Bumiputra policy, which is the affirmative action policy aimed at reducing socio-economic disparity between the Malay majority and the Chinese minority.
And he says, what are you going to do? To get people to behave and to buy into the system, you're going to just throw everybody in jail who doesn't play right? You got to give them, you got to have positive reinforcement. And so we, the distribution and so forth, that of our economic growth was central to political stability. And so therefore, if the Bumiputras, were not rising up the economic ladder, he believed that that would lead to significant political instability in Malaysia. My take on it is basically what drives him at night is the nightmare of Malaysia becoming an Islamic republic. He thinks Islam is in big trouble. He thinks it's in trouble because the Quran has been hijacked by the extremist mullahs, who he thinks are the death of modernization. And he thinks that the whole Islamic world is divided when it should be united, and that's not how Allah wanted it. He thinks that terrorism is absolutely not in the Quran. He thinks that anybody who reads that into the Quran is intellectually dishonest or emotionally unstable. For him, the Quran is a blueprint for a religion of peace.
Plate says that his next book, the third in the Giants of Asia series, will be on former Thai Premier Thaksin Shinawatra.